Man, I've missed doing this. What is going on, guys? It is Ty the Jeep Guy, and it's been like a month since I've done a video, and I'm sorry about that. There's just been so much going on behind the scenes that I haven't been able to prioritize doing a video. So it's a smoky day, the trails are a little muddy. I figured what better day than to get you guys caught up on all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, all the stuff that's coming up, and all the stuff that's gone by. Go ahead and get Judith all set up. We'll settle in and I'll tell you all about it. To be honest with you guys, I don't even really know where to start. So we'll just start off super simple and quick. There was a area right outside of town that people were starting to dump trash at. A refrigerator, dishwasher, or I'm sorry, laundry machine, mattress, just all sorts of beer bottles, beer cans, garbage. I think there was a bunch of tires in there too. So we got together as a club, went out, packed all that stuff out. And I got to give a huge thanks to Allie and to Dusty. Without them, she pulled the trailer. It was Dusty's trailer. Without them, man, we wouldn't have been able to make the impact we did on packing all that stuff out. There was so much of it. So big thank you to you guys for allowing us to use the trailer and hauling it out. Sticking with that topic, every year I help host 4x4 101, which is something that the local community does where we all get together and we host an event to try and teach people about the importance of the things we do out on the trail to try and keep that stuff open. On top of that, we do some basic stuff like winching in 4x4 necessities and, tread lightly booth, and events and maps booth, how to read the MVUM. The Forest Service shows up, and NIM Medical comes and they give kind of first aid tips. Leap and Colt came to hang out too. It was an awesome day, even though it was really rainy and just windy. The weather sucked, but a huge shout out goes to all the people that came out and made this event happen. I mean, to be able to put it on and get the whole community to come together is really cool. On top of that, the people that attended all of the stations at 4x4 101 had a chance to win some door prizes. So Tread Lightly donated a bunch of like backpacks and some ponchos, little first aid kits, some binoculars, and Colby Valve donated a bunch of Colby valves, a couple tire repair kits for us to give away as well. From there, we also are starting to head in towards Jeep Camp, which Jeep Camp is the club I'm a part of's big event they do every year. It's like Ultimate Adventure, but for the Black Hills.
Only Jeep Cherokee is the triple award-winning 4x4.
Experience it for yourself.
Get in.
Only Cherokee gives you a choice of 2 or 4 doors. Only Cherokee has room for 5 and more cargo space than Bronco or Blazer. And with Cherokee's 2.5-liter power plant, you can get a sunroof at no extra cost.
Now you can have all this.
Only in a Jeep.
It's 3 days of rock crawling or going out and just checking out the Black Hills together. Our club guides the trails. We help spot and get everybody through there safely and in one piece. That's the game plan every time. And then on Saturday night, we have a big dinner and a raffle together, and we raffle off a ton of items, which this year is going to be our biggest year yet for raffles. I mean, EBC Brakes donated, I think, 2 gift cards for brake kits. Napier Tents donated a tent to give away. Morflate donated an entire air-up system. Then we had Baofeng, or B-Tech, out of Arlington, South Dakota, donate a bunch of radios to give away. I mean, there is so much. Iron Rock Off-Road is going to be there as well, and I'm really stoked to see those guys. I already run a bunch of their products, so I'm excited to see those guys out on the trail too. So, Eddie, the YJ that's getting JL axles, So, before we get into talking about the project, recently I discovered I've got a herniated disc in my back, and some days are awesome and I can do things, and sometimes, like the next morning after trying to move like ADA barricades at 4x4 101, I can barely bend over and tie my shoes. So I'm working really hard to get back to a point where I'm going to be able to spot and guide for Jeep Camp and Jeep Jamboree coming up. And a big part of that is avoiding heavy weights, avoiding bending over a whole bunch. Obviously I've got all my stretches and things like that I'm going to be doing, but that puts a huge hamper on all the work that I need to get done on Eddie. So right now Eddie is sitting at Wrenchhead's garage out in Rapid City, and Chris, it's in good hands. So we're gonna be doing quite a bit to it, and some progress has already been made. The rear truss is already welded up. We just gotta shave some of the brackets off. Front truss is getting ready to go on. I got the trusses from Barnes 4-wheel drive. The next big step is gonna be the 3-link front and the 4-link rear. We're doing the Barnes Universal Kit. On top of that, we're stretching the rear roughly 5 to 6 inches. I still wanna stretch the front. Essentially, I don't know if I've told Chris this yet, I really want to try and have the same wheelbase as my Cherokee within an inch or so. I'm already used to wheeling this wheelbase, and to be able to be on 37s with like no body to worry about, I think the Jeep is going to do exactly what I want it to do. Now that 4x4 101 is out of the way, the trail system is open, we've got some 4-wheel drive events lined up, and hopefully a pretty sick Jeep to do all those things with here in the future. You guys have a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. The adventures shouldn't stop after this. I'm hoping to be able to get back into my routine of getting out and getting a video to you guys every 2 weeks and showing you why I'm so proud of the backyard we've got here in the Black Hills. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my afternoon, and I've got to cut off, head back into town, start a couple different projects, but you guys already know the drill. Get on out there and keep on Jeeping on. Well, there was a Toyota guy in my comments, so get on out there and keep Toyoting on. I don't know. I feel like this thing's just gonna constantly erupt into flame